One of the first questions we ask someone new we meet is often, "What do you do?" For years, Vasant Maheshwari didn't have an answer to this. He was made fun of for being a ninth grade dropout without a bright future. Today, he's surrounded by students all day long, eager to learn his skills of sustainable carpentry.
હવે એવું છે કે હેલ્પરમાં જ્યારે કામ કરતા હોઈએ કે આપણે આખો દિવસ કામ તો કરતા હોઈએ પણ એનામાં કાંઈ એવું થતું ન હોય કે મેં આ બનાવ્યું કે મેં આ કર્યું કે કેમ કે આપણે આખો દિવસમાં કાંઈક ને કાંઈક બીજું જ કાંઈક કે આપણને કે આ કરી દે કે આવું કરી દે એ બધે આપણને બધું કરવું પડતું હતું. આખા દિવસમાં એમ ન થયું કે આપણે આ કર્યું છે એટલે એનું ઘણું બધું અફસોસ થતું હતું. એમ થાય કે આપણે તો કાંઈ જ નહોતું, કાંઈ લેબર વર્ક જ કર્યું છે એવું લાગતું હતું. અફસોસ ઘણો થતો છે. સુથારીકામમાં એટલે પહેલે તો કાંઈ જ ખ્યાલ જ નથી કે સુથારીકામમાં શું કરવું કાંઈ ન કરવું. તો હવે તો બધું જ તમે જે પણ કાંઈ કહો, એક વર્ષ શીખ્યા પછી તમે કહો એ હું બનાવી દઉં. ટેબલ, ખુરશી, ચેર કે રૂફ કે કોઈ પણ વસ્તુ તમે જે ડિઝાઇન આપો એના પ્રમાણે પછી બનાવી શકું છું. અહીંયા કને છે ને પાનપટ્ટી આવે છે, જે આ જે પાનપટ્ટી તમને દેખાય છે, આ જે આગળથી હોય ઢાંકવા માટે એને પાનપટ્ટી કહેવાય. અહીંયા પાનપટ્ટી આવશે.
Maheshwari now works as a trainer at Karigar Shala, a skills-oriented residential school in Kutch, in the western state of Gujarat, that trains artisans from around the country in sustainable construction practices, often borrowed from their own traditional heritage.
What has happened in the construction industry specifically is either engineer or architect, they are taking all the limelight, all the center space. While these are the guys, the daily wage laborer, the so-called, are the ones who are actually building. So we have no idea who built the roads in front of our houses, who came with the contractor who built our houses. So our aim is to get them the position that they really deserve, to get them the respect, and also respect the knowledge systems that they have been carrying through them.
At Karigar Shala, the artisans live, eat and study together for 1 year. The school attracts students who haven't had a chance at formal education or those who aren't quite interested in it.
એનામાં એવું હતું કે જે આપણે જો કારીગર શાળામાં બહુ એવું તમે પોતાની રીતે તમને જે શીખવું છે એ તમારે પોતાની સ્વતંત્ર રીતે શીખી શકો. કોઈ ડરનો માહોલ નથી કે કાંઈ બીક નથી, કોઈ અહીંયા સર નથી કે એવું નથી કે જ્યારે સર હોય કે મોટા હોય ત્યારે શીખવાતા વખતે બહુ બીક લાગતી હોય, પણ અહીંયા બધા મિત્ર અને ભાઈ તરીકે રહેતા હોય એવી રીતે અમને શીખવાડતા હતા, તો એટલે જલ્દી અને સારી રીતે શીખી શકતા હતા.
Over the year, they learn carpentry and masonry, alongside skills of negotiating for better prices for their products. The school then incubates their projects so that the artisans get a head start when they leave.
What has happened is with concrete, with cement and steel specifically, the industries have a lot of money and they're pouring that money in a lot of research. So even in colleges, the young professionals that are coming out, they don't know any other material other than say cement or concrete or steel, at most some timber work. But what we are trying to do is through the work that we are doing, we are also trying to develop a research environment on the technologies that have been in our country for generations. So validating them, producing reports and guidelines for them and getting them mainstream is what through that we are trying to get this.
Karigar Shala was born out of a unique organization, Hunnarshala. In the wake of the devastating earthquake in the region in 2001, which took over 20,000 lives and rendered millions homeless. Once the rubble was cleared and when rehabilitation began, many artisans came together to build earth structures, or buildings made largely from soil, instead of going for unsustainable prefabricated building structures.
तो इंडियन में क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें? इंडियन अगर बिठाना है तो
बैठने का बॉक्स ही बनाना पड़ेगा, क्या कर सकते हैं?
मतलब उसको भरना पड़ेगा। बॉक्स मतलब आप संकेन स्लैब बोल रहे हो जो ऐसे है।
Hunnarshala was formed to facilitate these collaborations and empower sustainable building practices traditionally used by locals.
The local technologies and materials that we use are inherently more eco-friendly than processed material because there's no processing involved, there's no carbon dioxide being released by usage of that. So there are two kinds of eco-friendly indicators. First is while producing that material, how much resources are we using and how much emissions of carbon dioxide that is happening. The second is while you've used that technology or material, what is the energy consumption of the building itself. So the first part is called embodied energy of the material. The second part is how the building is consuming energy because of the technology. Is it more climate friendly? That means is the environment inside more user friendly without using air conditioner or even fans maybe? We were documenting earth houses, cob houses in Jharkhand. We went there in winter and we went there in summer to just go back and see. When we went in winter, outside it was fog, very cold. We had like our jackets and mufflers and everything on. As soon as we entered that house, it was so comfortable, we didn't even need any jackets. We just took everything off. Then again we went back to meet the same homeowner in summer, and outside it was very hot and inside it was like inside a matka, a pot, very cold. So if these technologies, if they're applied correctly, they have a self-regulatory nature that regulates the environment inside. So that cuts off a lot of energy consumption.
Hunnarshala has helped build close to 150,000 homes today and worked with most disaster-affected communities in India, including Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, helping them rebuild their homes in an environment-friendly, sustainable and a disaster-safe manner. In Gujarat's Kutch region, for example, sand-packed stone foundation homes were promoted for earthquake resistance. And in Bihar, the sustainable practice of bamboo and brick masonry with a rat trap bond was used. A Hunnarshala home or building is also cost-effective, especially keeping in mind that many of them are funded via government grants.
So you'll see very few or very less usage of cement or steel, and we try to rely on the things that are available, whether it's stone or soil or bamboo or timber. And if they're available there, then automatically the transportation cost goes down. The processing of the material is not there because you don't need a secondary processing of that material. So the cost goes down, and that's what. And if the artisans are also locally available, we're not getting artisans from outside, and just makes it very cost effective.
The organization has extended its line of work to affordable housing projects too, like slum rehabilitation. A sustainable low-cost home is surely the need of the hour, especially in a country with 1.7 million homeless people.